Question: do people in BC have different accents than Ontario? No. Oh, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
Yours?
I wouldn't think so. I mean,
It's
I
kinda
feel like
tough
you
to
definitely
tell.
hear a lot more.
Like Ontario.
Like you hear, yeah. Like the lingo is definitely probably different,
Yeah.
but like I feel like there's a lot more like you hear a lot more of like a variety of accents just
Well,
because
yeah,
like so many
much more
people travel
diverse
here to
here.
work.
Yeah.
Reed, what's poppin'? Shaking, man.
Trying to think of what else we have.
Just like whiteboard and
Whiteboard.
hit up Nike.
Yeah,
We gotta hit Nike.
And then another workout.
Yeah, another workout. Yeah. Faux show.
Like, what are we gonna do tonight, though?
The night is ours.
The night is ours.
The night is ours. Fuck. What's for dinner? We haven't thought that far ahead
Oh
yet.
gosh, yeah, we have.
Yeah, we haven't thought that
We've
far.
kind of avoided grocery shopping.
Yeah, we've just we've been around.
If you would have asked me 4 months ago if we would have ever spent that much money on a camera for making content, I would have laughed.
Yeah, me too.
That's insane.
Yeah. She's a pricey one.
Reinvesting into the brand.
Into the brand. What's the best thing about the apartment? What do you think the best thing about the apartment is?
Oh man, like The Office.
Yeah,
part.
Kuhn is all hot and heavy over his office here. Well, I mean, rightfully so. It's sweet. Look at this. It's right
But
here
I'd
behind
also
me.
say, bro, the showers are clutch.
Oh my god, the showers
The
are
showers
so
are so nice.
So
And
nice.
the beds too.
Oh man, you can just you just sink in the beds. Here, this is Kuhn's little office here. You know, he's got some views. A little bit of some views here. Definitely a good setup, that's for sure. Oh, Reed, you want to see the bunkies? Want to see the bunk beds, bud? Nice. And oh my god, just wait. It's luxury because you have stairs. You ever seen a bunk bed with stairs? Because I always saw ladders, you know? This thing's got fucking stairs. Oh god, don't fall. You know, living area, for those of you who haven't seen it, that's the living area. Kitchen. Got our kitchen. You want to see our empty fridge with the 2 pizzas in it? Boom. Now we got 1 bathroom here. Got the 1 bathroom. Main hallway, that's the door. Storage right there. This is the room I'm staying in for the first week. Then, you know, you got this bathroom in here. And then, yeah, you know, pretty much the same views from the office. Pretty much the same. So yeah, we're set up pretty good here, that's for sure. We're happy with it. Super nice place. Super nice, super nice. Nah, I don't know if it's just me, but the TikTok lives Like when it's like in that like clear daylight or something, it looks very grainy to me.
Brainy?
Grainy. Like it's clear, but it's grainy at the same time, if that makes sense.
Like pixel wise? True.
Yeah. Looks very grainy. The light above me? Oh yeah, you know what's actually funny? Tegan was just getting rid of one of these.
Really?
I showed up, I'm like, oh, that's a pretty sweet light. Sure
I
enough.
didn't even think that was a light. I don't actually, to be honest, I didn't know what they were. First I thought they were acoustics, but then I'm dude, those
Whoa.
are nice.
And they move.
But I'm like, why would an apartment have acoustics?
Cool. Cool. Cool spot. It's a very cool spot. We got a good pad.
Like right downtown too.
Yeah.
Like
Right downtown.
Literally.
Like it's not even a 5-minute walk to the center of downtown.
I don't even know what the center of downtown is yet. I feel like it's like that.
Yeah.
Near where that Roots flagship type
Yeah.
store is.
Yeah.
Maybe
that makes sense.
I wonder how long that camera's gonna take to charge.
I don't know.
Bring it along
Yeah.
as we go along.
Yeah.
Let's you. We have to get Alex shoes.
Hell yeah. we
Guys
gotta get
walking
shoes.
around in flip flops.
Socks and flip flops. Yeah, we are here for the whole month. Yep, this is our Airbnb for the month. So, yeah, I need to get shoes. I know. Some new kicks. Where do you park? We're not driving actually.
Thank God. We're
Yeah,
not
driving would be a clusterfuck. So we've been walking everywhere, you know, if there's anything within distance, we'll Uber or something, we'll figure something out. And then, yeah. And no, I didn't forget to bring shoes. I just needed a new pair of running shoes to begin with, and we looked around in the Penn Center on the weekend. Couldn't find anything, so I'm like, I'll just wait till we're out here. Look again, and then get some over here. No puking in the Uber. No, that was a one-time thing.
You puked in an Uber?
Oh, yeah. Dude, we went to Ottawa. Man, it was insane. It was me, Garrett, and Nar. We went to the pub. That was like, because Gatineau, it's 18.
Yeah, that's a trio of trouble.
Yeah, so we went there, and like when they sell their beers, they sell it like, you can get pitchers and stuff, but it's expensive, man, for a pitcher.
Yeah.
So instead, like, you can get a liter of beer. Dude, I drank 13 rounds of Sleeman.
No, that's yeah.
I woke up in the morning and I looked at Garrett. I'm like, man, I had a weird dream last night. I'm like, I had a dream like I puked in the back of this car. Then he just looked at me. He's like, dude, it wasn't a dream. He was like, that was in the back of the Uber.
Dude, that's like that's
shit.
exactly what happened to me when I was at school. And we went out on my birthday, and Chris had to take me out of the club. And pretty much we got into the back of the car, and I honestly don't remember it.
Yeah.
And I just like,
Died.
I just puked everywhere. And it had to be like, you know when you order Uber and it's never like a nice or higher end car, like unless you actually pay for it, like
Yeah.
Uber Black.
Yeah.
This guy had like a white M3 BMW, and I puked in the back seat.
Oh no.
And it was just not good.
Oh no.
$100 cleaning fee charge.
Oh man.
Dude, I felt
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, Buddy was like, yeah, $50, and then Nar was like, fuck that. He's like, I'll just clean it up with like, he found some like random like sweater in the back seat that like somebody else left. So he's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna use this. So then he just used it, fucking wiped it up,
What?
and then walked. But dude, by the time he was finished like cleaning it up or whatever, I guess me and Garrett just like, we were gone. Cause like
But this was on an Uber account?
Yeah.
Because this guy just sent like a picture and then it just charged our Uber account.
Oh really?
True.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he was just
didn't
not
happen.
smart. Your guy.
Yeah, I don't know. But
That's hilarious.
By the time Nar was like done cleaning it up, he looked up and like got out of the car, and me and Garrett were already like back at his res, and Nar had no idea where his res was because like one of his first times in Ottawa. And it was literally our first night there, so we haven't even been there for a few days.
Yeah.
So then Nar's like, he just picked the direction and walked, and he's like, man, he went to a store to buy like snacks and water. He's like, he called Garrett and was like, yeah, I'm just ready to hunker down for the night. He's like, I'll just catch up with you guys in the morning. Like, I'll find some alleyway or something. We're like, what the fuck? We're like, Nar.
No way.
Yeah, so Garrett's like, Nar, what street are you on? So we went to go look, and then sure enough, he ended up finding like, he found his way, and he was right across from Garrett's apartment the whole time. So he's like, oh shit, no way.
Oh my God.
We ended up finding him, but I mean, Garrett did. I was out of commission. I was dead. I was already dead in the room.
Dude,
but
that's like, I don't even know if I told you the story about my roommate in residence in the summer of first year. So I had like this crazy roommate throughout the school year from Russia.
Oh,
like
yeah, I remember
Nikolai,
telling
like he
him.
was just crazy.
Yeah.
And then I was there in the summer because I was working there.
Yeah.
And my roommate in this summer was just a nutcase. This guy would go to, he would just drink like 4 days a week. He went to an after hours.
Yeah.
And I didn't even really know what an after hours was. So I'm up at like 7 a.m. getting ready for work. This guy strolls in, pretty much like falling. So I like help him up, and I'm like just so fed up with this kid at this point.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, he goes, I lost my wallet and my phone and my passport and my watch. And I'm like, what do you mean you lost all of these things? And he's like, actually, like, I'm pretty sure I just gave it to some guy at the bar or after hours. This kid literally gave up everything that he owned.
What?
He had to, yeah, it was nuts. It was nuts. And then the next week he ended up like not getting kicked out, but he couldn't afford to live in res anymore because he would just get a job and then quit or like not show up.
Oh
and
my
then he would
God.
just like go party, and I'm like, you're a degenerate.
Oh man. Yeah, that's quite the
Dude, to
quite
just
the
lose
roommate.
like your passport, your wallet,
Not even,
your phone,
like,
and your
just hand it
watch,
away.
to just hand it over. Well, I'm like, dude, you don't lose all of those things.
Yeah.
You don't lose a watch on your wrist.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, I just gave it to someone. I'm like, you're so
What?
cooked.
Especially your passport too, if every like
That's what I mean.
How you
And
gonna
like
get
also
home
like, what
now?
are you carrying your passport around for?
Yeah. That's something. I'm trying to think, man. Another story I could tell. Another wild story.
And what about our nights at Shinkle's house when his parents would leave when we were in like high school?
Oh my god.
Dude, like our first days of like drinking when
Yeah.
we were in high school or like partying.
Oh my god. Yeah, so we had
That was hilarious. Shout out to Shinkle.
shout out to TJ.
Yeah.
So we had our good buddy Shinkle, Tanner. He irrelevant, but his mom worked at the high school that we all went to, and whatever, like, in the early days, like, what do you think that was? That was probably early grade 10 for me. No, maybe even late grade 9 for me.
Yeah.
Late grade 9, early grade 10, around that
Yeah.
time. So around then, and then Shinkle's place would be the hot spot where it's like, his parents head out for the weekend, guess where the boys are going, and guess what we're getting into. So, we'd do that, and like, man, it was just stupid. Like, it took us literally nothing to get buzzed, and we'd just be like wilding out. Like, it was
Solid. Know what I'm saying? I'm solid.
Remember that video? Oh man,
I wonder if I
was
still have that video of you. That shit
Dude.
was hilarious.
that was a classic. And then
We just
I
used to
remember I
like
took
go
a shot
walk
at Jane.
around. Like we would literally just like leave and either bike around or we would just go walk at like 2 a.m. on the trail.
yeah,
And it was just like,
just adventure, just like hood rats. We were
Yeah,
like
like-
little hood rats, but not really. Like, we didn't
no,
disturb
we
anything.
didn't like we never did anything like stupid.
No.
Like where to the point where it's like illegal or someone would get hurt, but
Yeah.
we were just like little rowdy boys.
Yeah.
Or we would just try and get, we would literally do that and then just try and like get girls to come walk with us and hang out.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like just dummy shit.
Just your typical grade or high
like
school
like
boy
early
shit.
high school.
And then, oh man, I just had one and I lost it. Oh, fuck. But yeah, that video that's a classic.
Dude, that was a classic.
That's a classic.
That's
Oh
a
my
classic
God.
video. Or like, dude, grade 9, 10 junior volleyball was fun too.
Yeah, it was. Volleyball was fun.
That was fun.
That's actually where I first met Kuhn.
Yeah.
Like we knew kind of each other just through soccer, but like we never actually met or anything. And then, yeah,
that's like
volleyball.
when we started hanging out.
Yeah.
And it was pretty fast too.
Oh yeah,
like, we started hanging like we just eat like with Shinko, like we started hanging out like right away.
Yeah, that group built pretty quick actually.
But
and then volleyball was pretty much that kicked it all off. And then I mean it was bound to happen eventually. Like, it was just like volleyball tryouts were like within the first 2 weeks of school. Pretty much. And, yeah.
Volleyball was jokes.
Volleyball was fun, man. Mr. Reed is all right, circle up.
Circle up.
We're doing toe taps.
Yeah.
So our volleyball coach, he great guy, phenomenal guy.
One of the best teachers to have.
Oh, I loved. He was one of my favorites for sure. But he was a fencer, right? When he was growing up, he liked to fence. So, obviously when you're doing fencing, like you're on your toes. It's a lot of footwork more than anything. So one of his warm-up drills he would do before fencing would, he'd be standing there and he'd just start doing like toe taps, really quick toe taps, right, in different positions and stuff, different intensity. So then that's pretty much how we got our volleyball team to warm up. So we look like those goofs at the beginning of every game, and at practice he's like, all right, circle up, and we all get in a circle and you just start hearing like a bunch of tap dancers going nuts, and it was it was pretty funny, but it was good times. Volleyball back then, that was fun. That was real good. School volleyball in the States is girls only? What do you mean?
What?
What do you mean? Girls only.
Dude, high school sports in the States is just...
Oh, it's so different.
I remember, like, because when I played soccer in the States, and, like, all of the guys on my team went to high school there, and they would talk about, like, their basketball games and football games, and they would actually have, like, security guards at basketball games because it was so packed. Like, you never really... Unless you went to, like... I don't know, like, not even, like, the big schools in our area was ever really like that.
No, never.
Football is kind of an anomaly because it's just... Everybody just goes to football.
It's like, But, like, I'd say it's more of, like, for us, it would be more of a social thing rather than, like, that die-hard, like...
That's what I mean.
Spirit. So
dude,
it was, like, people would go
see,
just to socialize.
Like, the student... I remember there was this Instagram page, it was called, like, student sections.
Yeah.
Or something, and it would just show, like, these sections in high school games. I'm like, that's insane.
Man, some of their high school sections are bigger than our universities.
That's crazy.
Even CFL, man. I'd say, like, some of their universities and colleges easily put up bigger numbers than the CFL.
Well, like, I watched this series on Netflix called QB1.
Oh, that's a good one.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh,
dude, I haven't seen it all the way through, but...
How do those kids just go sit in class when you have a Netflix documentary or Netflix series just, like, being made about you and your child? I don't know. But those kids would just take flights for games.
Yeah.
Like, that's madness.
I know, it's insane. Like, dude, I can't even imagine if that was, like, soccer here. Oh, I would have loved it.
Yeah, it's like soccer in Europe, though.
Europe, yeah. Yeah. Like, soccer, we never really had, like, a big crowd. Like, it would get, like, busy.
I would say it was bigger than, like, most other sports.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to, like, I don't know, maybe not.
I feel like, no, that's true. Especially once you get down to finals and everything, too. That's when everybody else really starts popping up. But when you're just playing, like, local games against, like, Port High and stuff, it's like,
Port High was so garbage.
We're just gonna... we'll just stay home.
So garbage.
But, yeah. High school sports, though, I feel like definitely made the high school experience.
100%.
Like if there was no high school, like if I was back in high school right now, it
100%.
would suck.
And now I feel
It would
like
suck.
just the climate of high school sports, and especially the U.S., has just grown so much in popularity. Like you look at those like kids in high school with like 1-2 million followers on Instagram, and they have like Drake and all these people showing up to their high school games.
Yeah.
Like that was never like that a few years ago.
No, yeah.
And now they can actually monetize their platform.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like with the NCAA rules. I mean, I feel like there was never rules in high school for that, because like who would have thought in high school that kids would be.
Exactly. But now it's like everybody's so invested in looking into like the up and coming that it's like, but it is fascinating. Like when you see a potential young prospect like that and you're like, oh,
you gotta follow
this
them.
guy's gonna be, because it's cool to see.
Yeah. And now they can actually take brand deals and do things, which is good. I don't know how that was ever an issue before.
Oh, I know,
Like that makes no sense.
I know.
With how much money those schools make off of those players.
Yeah.
And you're not even like,
I mean, I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. It's one of those things.
Like,
you can fight it almost either way. But it's like, I don't know. The toe taps. Okay, and they want to see you do the toe taps.
They want to see me do the toe taps?
Yeah.
Wait for the next gym video we're about to do.
Yeah, we'll do it in the gym tonight. As our warm-up, we'll do our toe taps.
That was the most embarrassing shit ever.
Dude, it was. It actually was.
Like
because it was just like, you knew the other team was sitting there looking and just being like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, they're actually practicing warm-up drills, volleyball. Like,
and we're doing toe taps.
Toe taps.
The most eccentric geography teacher ever.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember the one day he was just walking around in the classroom with no shoes on.
What?
Yeah, moral issues.
I could see it, actually. Yeah, he was that kind of guy.
Like, he was... Yeah. He would always eat, like, weird meats, too.
Oh, yeah, and he was super into survival and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if there was anything edible outside, he would know it.
He would know it and also eat it.
Yeah. Like, like the Shagbark Trail?
Yeah.
Dude, we used to go out there all the time, and he'd be telling us different kinds. He's like, oh, yeah, you could get nutrients out of this. Like,
yeah.
I was like, damn.
He was also the guy when we were in grade 9 to tell us that he would introduce drinking to his kids at like 8 years old, like offering them like a small glass of wine.
Yeah.
Because he was like, oh, that's what they do in Europe. And I was kind of like, that has some validation to it, but like at the same time, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Why, like, don't tell us that.
Yeah. No, exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's like something you just keep within your inner circle.
Yeah, like just, like not kids in grade 9.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy was a beauty, though.
No, he was a beauty.
Oh, yeah.
We had some good teachers.
Yeah, we had some good teachers and some shitty ones.
Yeah.
We won't name off the shitty ones.
We won't name them off, but I have a couple that come to mind real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the UK, it's legal to drink at home from age 5. So I guess you want to get your 6-year-old a little liquored up at home. It's legal.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to get him to go to bed.
Here, just drink this. Oh, cold.
A couple shots of vodka.
Yeah. Oh, man. I can't do vodka anymore.
No, I don't do.
No. If I try to take a shot of vodka, as soon as it hits my tongue, I'll puke.
Like, I'm
Literally puke.
if I'm taking a shot, it's got to be like whiskey or tequila.
Yeah. For me, I'd rather tequila.
Yeah, tequila.
Whiskey,
yeah.
I just don't mix well with whiskey, but tequila I can do. Tell us a bad date story. Kun, you got a bad date story?
Oh my god, yeah.
Kun's got one.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Take her away. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Story. Like a bad first date?
Yeah. Anything. First date, third date, whatever. Just a bad date.
Yeah, I have one that comes to mind.
Alright, let's hear it. Maybe it'll spark up a memory for me.
Okay, so when I was at school, like I went to school in Toronto So obviously you're just around people from all over the world, and like when you're in residence, you're just exposed to all these different types of people, which is sweet. And so there was a wing in our residence that was for like this ELC school, which is like an English learning center. So these kids weren't in university or college, they were just in this English learning program. And I met this girl named Ebru, who was from Turkey. And so she, what did we cut out?
Yeah, just give it 1 sec. Okay, you should be good. We back? Are we back?
Where did it cut out? Anyway, okay, so this girl got my Snapchat off of my roommate from her friend who spoke English, so I had no idea. She had just Snapchatted me, and it was like, oh, she seemed like a cool girl. And I remember her being like, okay, we gotta go hang out or like do something. So we went out for dinner to this Italian restaurant, and I met her there because I was leaving class. And
No!
off the phone.
Okay, you met her because you were leaving class?
Met her because I met her at the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
And dude, so we go, and it was like a nice restaurant. Like it wasn't anything, extravagant, but it was like, a nice spot.
Yeah.
And so she had already gotten in there because she had made the reservation. So the waitress or the hostess brings me to the table.
Yeah.
I kid you not. So she gets up and she just like gives me like a hug and then like the double kiss on the cheek, which I think is just like a regular like greeting for them. She did not speak a word of English. Like she barely could put sentences together. So she had Google Translate. So like anything that I was saying, she had like an audio thing. So she would just hold it as I'm talking, and it would just spit what she said in English. Then she would spit back into this microphone, and I was just like, there's no way. So I'm like, okay, I gotta drink wine. So I just start chugging Pinot Grigio, and I'm like, this is just horrible. Like they're literally, and the thing is I think she just didn't realize, and I'm not stereotyping like Europe, like she just didn't realize like other people were around. So she's playing this sound and there's other tables and everybody's looking and I'm just like,
oh no,
this is horrible.
Yeah.
Like she literally would hold the phone and she would like act like she's a part of the conversation, and I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's a big barrier.
So
that's a big barrier.
We just had like an appetizer, and then I was like, I gotta go.
I gotta head out.
I had to. No, it was just that would probably be. I mean, it's not like a horrible first date, but that was the first thing that came to my mind because I'm like, dude, this is nuts.
It didn't go well.
No, it didn't go well. She was very sweet, but like, no.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I've never had something like that really happen. I mean, I've had it happen though before, like, where it's like, you're out and you're trying to spark up conversation. And like, it's one thing to be like shy and all, but it's like usually, after like you kind of break the ice a bit, like it's smooth flowing.
Yeah.
Man, like, I've had the one date, it was just like super awkward, man, the whole time. Just because it was like, I could tell that she was kind of like shy, but like I was trying to just like break her out of her like I was asking any question, like just trying to spark up all this type of conversation. And just nothing went anywhere, and I'm just like, this is weird. Like not weird, but it was just awkward. I'm like,
I don't know, like
it didn't last.
We've been on good amount of dates, and it's like you realize like if you just can't talk to somebody, like regardless of what it is, like if you're going, I mean at a bar is different because you have no idea, you're just you're just shooting whatever,
and you've got the liquid courage,
but like if you're actually sitting down or going out with someone you just can't talk, I don't know, I always knew within like the first like 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, like for sure,
real quick I'm like, okay, this is gonna work or this isn't. Like like I had one girl when I was at school, like we went for coffee and she was just like not patronizing, me. I don't know if patronizing is the right word, but like, you know, she would talk like about privilege and like tell me like how privileged I am and stuff, and I'm like, okay, I know, like I'm a white male, like I recognize that, but it's like, what am I supposed to say? Like I'm like, you're not wrong, but it's like it's almost just like, what do you like? Did you just want to like rip me apart? For, like, how I don't know. It was just weird.
Yeah.
And then she would ask like when we were hanging out, and I'm like, never.
Yeah.
Leave that on the bread.
Yeah. Oh, that was a sweet Lambo down there. Jeez. Yeah.
First dates are weird.
Well, like you said though, like, you know, you can tell within the first few minutes if you're gonna click or not. Like, at least in the conversation aspect.
Yeah.
Like, there's definitely like, you can meet somebody, then it's like boom, you just start flowing right off the bat, and it's great. But
like, yeah, you know, not going into too much detail on TikTok live.
Yeah.
But I would say the only worst part is like if you meet someone at the bar, and then you go home, and then you wake up, and you're just like, that's probably the worst situation to be in.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Awkward. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
It's like
It's like,
what do I say? Gotta be chemistry.
yeah, there just has to be. Well, it's like if you can't talk to someone, it's like, what are you gonna like?
Oh, I know.
I think it's just not gonna last.
No. Yeah, you gotta.
Regardless of like how attracted you are to them, it's just. I also feel like that kind of takes away from the attraction.
Oh, it does.
Like in my eyes, like it's like I don't know.
But well, like, cause like you can't just date a girl just because you think she's attractive, because that novelty wears off real quick.
No.
And that goes for anything. Like, you know, if you don't actually vibe with them, you're poosh, because after, it might be good for the first month, 2 months, but as soon as that ends, like, now you're pooched. And depending on like your situation, you could have just buried yourself in a big bowl. Now you're gonna look like a shit guy. And
yeah, no, exactly.
So I don't know.
You always want to be like, you know,
like, you do have to have the attraction.
You
have to have it, but it can't be like, you can't just have that on the soul thing. Because like, I'm sure you've had buddies, I've had buddies that have done that, and like,
it just doesn't work.
It never works out, ever.
Or like super opposite people.
Yeah.
I don't think that.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta have some like common ground.
Have to, yeah. Because it's like,
like if you don't have like anything that you're just kind of like the same on.
Yeah.
Then.
See, like, because my foreman, like Jeff, like him and his wife have a lot in common, like a lot. And I mean, like, he loves it. He's like, it's great. He's like, don't get me wrong, it's fantastic. But he's like, at the same time, he's like, it's a lot harder in a sense to like be like, hey, like, you know, this weekend I'm going out like snowmobiling with like my buddy, because like she loves to snowmobile too. So now it's just like,
she goes with them.
Yeah, and like, you know, he's not complaining about it, but he's just like, you know, like, it's harder to get the boy time when it's like, so it kind of just needs to be that like fine
balance.
But I mean, you can't win them all.
That's the thing too, is like, you have to like want to do things together.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know, how long are you just gonna sit and watch Netflix for, like, hang out? You know what I mean? Like, if you don't go out and do things,
right,
then it's just, I don't know, it's just boring.
Oh, guys, you want to see something? I'll show you. Got the birch.
And then there was one. Oh. Man, for it calling for rain, it's pretty nice out right now.
Yeah. I mean, today I think Thursday or tomorrow was supposed to be the worst. Like, they were calling for like 40 to 45 mils or something. True. But I mean, that was 2 days ago that I checked. It could change.
Yeah.
She could have changed.
She could have. I'm so happy that we have a blender though. Paying $12 for a protein shake. That's ridiculous.
Hey, dude, you got 30 cents for a bag?
Yeah, bro. Like, what is that? Oh. I mean, I would understand if he just said it before we paid,
Oh, that
Or that's different, but it's like after we paid and he's like, oh, do you want a bag for 30 cents? And we're like, well, we don't have a, like, what do you, no.
Like, yeah.
We don't have 30 cents. It's like, oh, let me just whip out our debit card or credit card.
I don't even remember the last time I've had change. Actual change.
No.
We got it.
Oh,
we
yeah.
got it.
We got Alex's hoodie.
We got the hoodie.
I think that's so funny how we didn't even think about that.
I know, eh?
Like we
sent them all
were
out,
just
like,
so focused on size, like everybody else's order, which obviously, you know, customer first.
Important.
But, yeah.
Damn, it really changes the way. I never noticed it that much. The color that you're wearing really changes the way that the lighting bounces off it. Unless I'm just tripping. Did that wallet have Velcro? Oh, absolutely.
I can't believe you
Timberland
have a Velcro wallet.
Oh man, this thing is so useful for. I mean, like.
That folds out pretty well too.
Oh, it folds out, man. There's so much space in it.
That's what I mean.
Like it's served its purpose.
Yeah, I've had my wallet for forever.
Because I didn't want to get a real, obviously nice wallet because it's like I'm at work. It's gonna get dirty as fuck.
Yeah, I used to have one of those phone wallets.
Oh,
and that
yeah.
was the worst.
Yeah.
Because it would deactivate my residence key all the time.
Oh,
so I had to get rid of it.
Strip on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would suck. That would suck.
What are they saying?
It's 90 degrees here. Can't wear my hoodie yet. Yeah, that's
90 degrees. Where?
That's a bit warm. I don't know. Yeah, where are you from? I'm gonna guess like
Florida
or something. Florida or like
South Carolina. I don't know.
Texas maybe. Florida. I've seen a lot of Floridas. 89, North Carolina, Texas, Arizona.
I love Arizona.
You've been to Arizona?
Yeah.
Really, eh?
My uncle lived out there.
Really,
For
eh?
a while. Yeah.
The one you were telling me about yesterday?
No. No, I have a lot of aunt and uncles because my dad has 7 brothers and sisters. So,
Oh, I did not know you had 7 brothers and sisters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dude, I thought my dad had, well, I mean, no.
Yeah.
My dad had
7.
4. Damn.
But yeah, no, we went to Tucson and Phoenix and it was sick.
Yeah, that would be cool.
My sister was
That would
actually
be sweet.
supposed to go to the University of Arizona.
Really? Kristen?
Yeah, no, Carla, she got accepted.
Oh, but she went to McGill instead.
Yeah.
Is she still in school or what's she doing now?
Yeah, she's in med school.
Wow, that's a grind.
Yeah, screw that.
That's a grind.
4 years of school and $300K in debt, I'll pass.
Yeah, that's a woo! Jeez! That's a pretty penny. A pretty penny.
That's the funny thing is like all my sisters are like really into school and pursuing like a lot of education and I'm just like, yeah. I'm going around.
Here we go. Angela, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Much love. Thank you. It wasn't that like I hated school. I didn't like it. But I definitely like I
Yeah.
knew my shit, I just didn't apply myself fully.
Yeah. I don't know. I like when it came down to it, I could get through it. Like obviously when you go to like university after,
Yeah.
it's just you're kind of forced into studying more.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I definitely got better grades there because it's like, okay, you pay, like, you know, there's a little bit more pressure. Our high school is also just a joke.
Oh my god.
It was pretty much a daycare for teenagers.
Man, and then Harry goes from Ridgeway to going to Williams College.
I know.
It's like, how can you, that's insane.
Do that.
Like, just the workloads alone would be enough to put you under. Great school to go to, just not the best prep
Unreal
school. Like, when it was going for...
No,
like,
I got
for that.
screwed in first year.
Yeah, not the best prep school, but people-wise, phenomenal. That was the one thing I liked about Ridgeway. Like, for the most part, like, it still had its cliques and, like...
Yeah,
it
but
wasn't like everybody
no.
meshed still.
Yeah, like there were never like issues in our grades.
No.
Definitely in the older grades there were.
And the
there
younger.
was shit, yeah.
The young, like, the 2
Yeah,
years below
yeah.
me was bad.
Yeah.
Bad. Like, the girls would fight each other all of the time. And like
Yeah.
good fights too. It's not like just a little like, you know, a little scrap. Like the one day, do you remember when, I'm not gonna drop names, but I'm gonna say P and A were fighting outside of right by where the buses were.
Oh.
And then the one was on top of her, and she was just bashing her head off the fucking concrete. And then she almost went into like convulsions.
I never saw that, but
Oh, dude, it was brutal, man. Because it was right there on the buses, so everybody's like, oh my god. And then she's just wailing this chick's head off the concrete, and she's almost convulsing.
Yeah.
And then finally she got peeled off, and like,
I never
it was
understood
insane,
that,
man.
like, fighting unless you really had to.
I know that's, yeah. Like, I mean, I'm not a fighter by any means, but it's like,
I mean, if you're put in a position where you have to defend yourself, it's like, makes sense. But I don't know, man. I remember like I had buddies who would go to bars and like try to start fights, and I'm just like, what the hell are you guys doing? Like, like what kind of, I don't know. It's just so destructive.
Or what kills me is like, two people get into like a small altercation.
Oh yeah,
let's go outside right now. It's like, are you like, wow,
know.
you big meathead?
And then
like,
there's just like
speak?
4 people waiting to jump in.
Yeah, and it's like, what? Like, can you not speak? Do you not know how to use words?
Yeah, like talk it out, man.
Yeah. Man, you know what city's actually really bad for that? At least it was like when we were in high school. No, I just mean like just from personal, like personal stories of like people I knew. It was Welland, man.
Wow.
I mean, like, needless to say.
Yeah.
But Welland was bad, dude. Like, it was always like people would set up other people, and then like 8 of them would show up, beat the fuck out of this one guy, and then dip. And it happened multiple times, like, and then because it almost happened to Dev.
Really?
That's how I knew about it, because Dev's like, man, like,
so this
is going on.
What's that saying?
I don't know. I've never got that warning before. It's weird.
What was it?
I don't even know.
Sure.
But, yeah, so like Dev was like, whatever, he was just, the guys that he hung around with were just being bugs, really. Like, they were just, it was completely unreasonable. Then they were trying to get Dev to go meet up with the one guy or whatever, but he already knew that what was gonna happen, so he's like, no chance. And he's like, and then they were like, oh, if we ever see you around, like, you know, we're gonna hop out. I'm just like, I got so pissed off over that. I'm like, man, are you kidding me? Like,
it's just wacko shit.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, thankfully I've never really had a problem with anyone like that.
Yeah, no, me either.
But, yeah, knock on wood.
Yeah. I think what happened to Brouts was the worst. Like,
that's wild.
Yeah. Like, we had a buddy that they were at the bar the one night, and they saw this fight kind of breaking out in the parking lot. So, you know, he just tried to be a good guy, break it up, you know, pull the one guy off of the other guy. And as he went to go pull this guy off of the guy on the ground pulled out this knife and went to go stab who was ever on top of him, but missed the buddy and ended up stabbing our friend. And yeah, like, it got him right in between the rib cage, and he got flown to the hospital. He was in rough shape, but yeah, like, you know, like, you can't even try and be a good guy anymore. You get punished for it. Like, it's brutal. Gotta find my charger. Alright guys, we're gonna let the phone charge for a bit, because she's almost dead, and we gotta go back out soon anyways. So, we'll catch up later. I mean,
see you guys.
Justin says see you guys, and yeah, I'll tweet out the next live when it's happening, and until then, peace out.